Imagine a man with superhuman strength, destined for greatness. His name was Samson. No army could defeat him. No enemy could overpower him. But in the end, his downfall didn't come from the battlefield. It came from the person he trusted the most. Now, think about your business. You can have the best strategy, the best products, and the strongest vision. But if you hire the wrong people, people who don't align with your values, who drain your energy, or who slowly sabotage your success, it can bring everything crashing down. Hiring isn't just about filling a position. It's about choosing the right people to protect and grow what you've built. Today, we'll break down the story of Samson and uncover real-life business lessons that will help you avoid costly hiring mistakes. Stick around. This could save your business. Samson was born with a special gift. He had strength beyond imagination, a clear purpose, and the potential to lead his people to victory. He was chosen, set apart, and destined for greatness. With the right guidance and discipline, he could have been unstoppable. Now, think about a great hire in business. Every company dreams of finding that one employee who can make a real difference. Someone with talent, drive, and fresh ideas. A strong team member doesn't just do their job. They push the business forward, bring solutions, and make everyone around them better. Take Steve Jobs and Johnny Ive, for example. Jobs saw something special in Ive, a designer with vision and creativity. Under Jobs' leadership, Ive helped shape Apple's most iconic products: the iPhone, the MacBook, and the iPad. It was a perfect match. A strong leader found the right person, and together, they changed the tech world. When you hire the right person, it feels like striking gold. They bring energy, innovation, and loyalty. Just like Samson had the potential to be a legendary leader, a great employee has the potential to help build something extraordinary. But talent alone isn't enough. Samson's story didn't end with victory. It ended in disaster. And in business, hiring the wrong person can be just as dangerous as hiring the right one. Let's talk about how ignoring red flags can lead to failure. Samson had everything: strength, purpose, and a calling. But he had one major flaw. He ignored warning signs. He let the wrong person into his life. Delilah wasn't on Samson's side. She repeatedly asked him for the secret to his strength. Time and time again, she tested him, trying to break him. Any reasonable person would have seen the danger. But Samson ignored the red flags. He was blinded by charm, by the illusion of trust, and by his own overconfidence. And in the end, it cost him everything. Now, let's bring this to the business world. Many business owners make the same mistake when hiring. They see a polished resume, hear confident answers in an interview, and assume they've found the perfect candidate. But they overlook the subtle warning signs. The arrogance, the vague answers about past job performance, the lack of real enthusiasm. Look at Elizabeth Holmes and Sunny Balwani at Theranos. Holmes, the CEO, brought in Balwani as her right-hand man. He had no medical background, but she trusted him to help run a healthcare company. Employees saw red flags. His harsh leadership style, his unwillingness to listen to experts, the secrecy. But Holmes ignored it. The result? One of the biggest corporate fraud scandals in history. Or take Uber's former CEO, Travis Kalanick. He was brilliant, ambitious, and a great salesman. But he built a toxic work culture, ignoring the warning signs of internal chaos, discrimination, and misconduct. Eventually, the backlash forced him out of his own company. The lesson? A bad hire doesn't always look like a bad hire at first. Sometimes, they're charismatic. Sometimes, they're highly skilled. But if you ignore the red flags, the damage they can cause will be far greater than you ever expected. And just like Samson, when you put your trust in the wrong person, you don't just lose a battle. You risk losing everything. Now, let's talk about the true cost of bad hires. Bad hires don't always come in obvious forms. Sometimes, they don't look like a Delilah at first. They seem promising, talented, and confident. But beneath the surface, they can cause serious harm to your business. Let's look at 3 common hiring pitfalls that many business owners fall into. 1. The charming manipulator. He looks great in the interview but breeds dysfunction. Some candidates know exactly what to say to impress you. They exude confidence, charm, and persuasion. But once they're inside the company, their true nature emerges. They create conflict, manipulate colleagues, and undermine authority. A good example is Adam Neumann at WeWork. Neumann was a visionary leader, but he fostered a culture of excess and recklessness. He convinced investors to pour billions into WeWork, despite financial instability. His charm couldn't hide the reality forever. When the truth came out, the company's valuation plummeted, and he was forced to step down. Don't be fooled by charisma. Look beyond smooth-talking candidates and dig into their work history, leadership style, and impact on previous teams. 2. The skilled but unreliable. He is talented but dishonest or inconsistent. This type of hire is tricky because they have real skills. They might be excellent at their job, but they lack dependability, integrity, or commitment. They miss deadlines, cause drama, or prioritize personal gain over the company's success. An example is Scott Thompson at Yahoo. Thompson was hired as CEO based on an impressive resume. But shortly after, it was discovered that he lied about his college degree. Yahoo was forced to let him go, causing public embarrassment and internal instability. Skills matter, but integrity and reliability matter more. Always verify credentials, check references, and look for consistency in their past roles. 3. The culture mismatch. They are great on paper but doesn't align with company values. Even a highly experienced hire can fail if they don't fit your company's culture. Some people prefer structure, while others thrive in creativity. If a new hire clashes with your core values, they won't last. And they might disrupt the team along the way. Marissa Mayer at Yahoo is a great example. Mayer was a top executive at Google before becoming Yahoo's CEO. She brought a rigid, data-driven culture to a company that was struggling with innovation. Her approach clashed with Yahoo's identity, and despite her efforts, the company continued to decline. A good hire isn't just about experience. It's about alignment. Before hiring, make sure the candidate fits your company's work style, mission, and team dynamics. Samson's downfall wasn't just about Delilah. It was about ignoring warning signs. In business, hiring mistakes happen when we overlook the subtle red flags. The wrong person can waste time, drain resources, and even push a company toward failure. But the good news? These mistakes can be avoided. Up next, we'll explore the true cost of bad hires, and why choosing wisely is the key to long-term success. Samson ignored the warnings. He put his trust in the wrong person, and in the end, it cost him everything. Delilah betrayed him. She discovered the secret to his strength and handed him over to his enemies. The mighty Samson, once unstoppable, was now weak and powerless. The Philistines captured him, gouged out his eyes, and threw him into prison. His downfall wasn't immediate. It was the result of repeated poor decisions and misplaced trust. Now, let's bring this to the business world. Just like Samson, a company can be strong, profitable, and full of potential. But one bad hire, one wrong person in the wrong position, can lead to disaster. Enron was once one of the most successful companies in the world. Investors trusted it, employees believed in it, and it seemed like nothing could go wrong. But behind the scenes, the wrong people were in power. The company hired and promoted executives who prioritized profit over ethics. They created a toxic culture where fraud and deception were encouraged. For years, employees ignored the warning signs, just like Samson did with Delilah. And then, everything collapsed. When the truth came out, Enron went bankrupt, thousands of employees lost their jobs, and people went to prison. A bad hire doesn't just hurt one department. It can destroy an entire company. A bad hire isn't just a short-term problem. It creates long-term damage that can cripple a business. Hiring, training, and replacing an employee costs thousands of dollars. A bad hire can waste months of payroll without adding value. If the wrong employee mistreats customers or damages relationships, it can take years to rebuild trust. When one bad hire creates conflict or does poor quality work, good employees suffer. Productivity drops, frustration rises, and sometimes, great employees leave because they can't work in a toxic environment. A perfect example? Uber's toxic culture under Travis Kalanick. The company grew rapidly, but internal reports of harassment, discrimination, and unethical leadership surfaced. Eventually, public backlash forced Kalanick to resign, and Uber had to rebuild its culture from the ground up. Samson lost his strength because he trusted the wrong person. In business, bad hires can weaken your company in the same way. The wrong person in the wrong position can cost you money, reputation, and even the future of your business. The good news? You can prevent this. Next, we'll explore how to avoid hiring the wrong people, and how to build a team that truly strengthens your business. Samson's story didn't have a happy ending. He lost everything because he trusted the wrong person. But your business doesn't have to suffer the same fate. Hiring mistakes are costly, but they are also preventable. The key is learning how to identify and select the right people before they become a liability. Here's how you can protect your business and build a strong, trustworthy team. 1. Look beyond the surface. Don't be fooled by first impressions. Many bad hires look great at first. They have the right resume, say all the right things, and impress in interviews. But a strong first impression doesn't always mean they're the right fit. Take a cue from Zappos hiring strategy. Zappos is famous for its strong company culture. To make sure they hire the right people, they offer new hires $2,000 to quit if they feel the job isn't for them. Why? Because they want only those who are truly committed to their mission. Here is what to do. Instead of relying on surface-level impressions, ask deeper questions, conduct multiple interviews, and use real-world tests to see how candidates handle challenges. 2. Test for character and integrity. Skills can be taught, values cannot. A candidate can have the best skills, but if they lack honesty, reliability, or a strong work ethic, they can become a serious liability. Take a cue from Warren Buffett's hiring rule. Buffett looks for 3 things when hiring: integrity, intelligence, and energy. But he warns, if they don't have integrity, the other 2 will kill you. Therefore, check references carefully. Don't just look for confirmation, ask about work ethic and integrity. Give situational questions. Tell me about a time you had to make a tough ethical decision at work. And trust your instincts. If something feels off, investigate further. 3. Watch for red flags. When in doubt, dig deeper. Some candidates show small warning signs during the hiring process, but employers often ignore them because they are desperate to fill a role. These small issues can turn into big problems later. When hiring, Google asks, "Would I want to be stuck at an airport for 6 hours with this person?" If the answer is no, they likely won't be a good cultural fit. So, pay attention to attitude. Are they respectful and professional? Look for vague answers. If they can't explain why they left past jobs, that's a red flag. See how they treat people. How do they interact with receptionists or lower-level employees? 4. Have a strong hiring process. Don't rely on gut feeling alone. Many bad hires happen because there's no structured hiring process. If you're making decisions based on rushed interviews or gut instinct, you're more likely to make mistakes. Amazon has a special hiring process where independent interviewers, called bar raisers, evaluate candidates to ensure high hiring standards. They focus on long-term value, not just short-term needs. Therefore, use multiple interviewers. Get different perspectives before making a final decision. Set clear hiring criteria. Define what makes a good employee beyond just skills. Give trial projects. See their real work before making an offer. Samson ignored warning signs and trusted the wrong person, and it cost him everything. In business, hiring the wrong person can weaken your company just as easily. But by being intentional, thorough, and strategic in your hiring process, you can build a team that strengthens your vision instead of tearing it down. So, before you make your next hire, remember this. Don't just hire for skills. Hire for trust, character, and alignment with your mission. The strength of your business depends on the strength of your team. So, choose wisely. Don't let a Delilah into your company. Build a team that lifts you up, not one that pulls you down. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more business insights, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Thanks for watching. Now go build a winning team.